Welcome to Capstone. This is your culmination, hopefully, of all of the things that you have learned and worked on over the last couple of years, and should be actually challenging, should be interesting. I think students find it really worthwhile. I mean, the goal of this course is to put you through sort of what it looks like to independently work on an analysis and produce a product and report out on it, as if you were someone who holds the credentials of a master's in public health and epidemiology or biostatistics, and is employed to apply those skills. So we will run you through an analysis, and when I say we, I mean you, and we will support you. And by we, I mean Dr. Quinn and I, as well as my GA, Nikki Cujo. We will be supporting you through that process, but it really is intended to be an independent semester for you. Some of you are taking your AP as well, maybe all of you. So it's going to be a packed and potentially stressful semester. So I encourage everyone to practice self-care, take lots of breaks, and do things to get your head out of the work every day, and take care of yourselves, and just know that you will find yourself at the end of the semester, and very likely all is well. So that's my message to start this whole thing off. This is sort of, I'm doing this in lieu of our class that was supposed to be held this morning. As if you've had me in class, which I believe everyone has, you know that I tend to ramble, but eventually get to the point. So the point is, this is your course. We're going to walk through some of the things that are on D2L and what you should pay attention to, and kind of how things are going to move along for the semester. All right, so this is the homepage. There's a message here about some what the goal of the course is, and some databases are contained therein. Looking at the layout of the course itself, we have the syllabus, along with an AWS tutorial. You should all be familiar with AWS at this point. You will be doing an analysis this semester, whether that's using SPSS, SAS, or Stata. You're going to be conducting that analysis, and more than likely you're going to need to use AWS to do that. I don't know if this video is going to be posted on the online section. Certainly going to be posted in my on-ground section. And so for the on-ground students, you have the opportunity to work in a computer lab here on campus. I encourage you to do that. As you may have found already, AWS can really slow things down, and working on a PC that has the software you need installed on it rather than accessing a remote server is going to serve you to save time. So we're going to come back here to the syllabus, but I wanted to show you how you book a meeting. I've got a link here that takes me to my booking page and has all of my available times for half-hour meetings. There will be some times that we encourage you to book a meeting with us, so we make sure we're checking in with you and keeping up with everything. Again, for the online or on-ground students, we'll be doing a lot of that in class, so may not necessarily need one-on-one meetings, but there will certainly be, I expect, some need for that throughout the semester. This is the link for doing that. This whole sort of thing, and certainly this link is repeated a number of times. So as you can see here, and I don't know if you can see this yet because it's not, it says it begins on the 29th, so it's not open yet, but we have individual check-ins scheduled, and the link is there as well. And I guess I can just click on it and show you. And there we go. So you will see, I think if you click on office hours, yeah, this is actually me. Interesting. Where? I think I'm signed in, so I'm hoping that it doesn't give you all the opportunity to edit my meeting times. Let me know. Somebody let me know. if it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. It should just take you to a setup for you to schedule a meeting. All right, moving on quickly, we've got some examples of final products here. As I'll mention in the syllabus, this is what we're culminating, or this is what we're leading to for the semester. You're putting together a report of your analysis to your partners. So that so this is some examples of past students having done that and how they went about it, so that you can see where you're trying to get to. The way we have set up the course is to kind of, you have things that are submitted to us that keep you moving down the road to this product. And some of them will actually just be sort of dropped into this product. You won't have to recreate anything at the end. You will have, like, for instance, the literature review will go directly into this final product if you've done once you've done some revision based on our input. We've also got some analysis resources here. So there's a, let's see, where does this take you? Okay, that takes you to AWS so that you can get yourself set up. I will say, I've said this before in my classes, if you have trouble logging into AWS, I personally cannot help you. That's an ITS issue. Please contact them. You can find them on the website. I usually in my other classes will post the phone number for them so that folks can can easily reach out to them. But you can find ITS on the ETSU website very easily. They have a help desk that they can respond to your questions. There are, let's see, a few resources here. Apologies. There's a few resources here for different things, working with missing data, weighting, and there's a stats reference guide, which I believe has a decision tree in it. There's some, let's see, this is from infectious disease epidemiology. There's some lab exercises. This is some stuff that's meant to kind of help you along. And then some basic videos. These are from 5100. I believe all of these are present in that course. So if you want a refresher on anything around specific data analysis, those are there. I'm going to continually reference this step-by-step analysis document here throughout the semester. I think that students, I'm finding that I need to figure out how to make sure that students are referencing this directly, because it seems that despite my saying it, it doesn't tend to happen. But this document here is my attempt to lay out the steps in doing an analysis from descriptive to bivariate to multivariate. I can't say this enough. This document is how you do the analysis for this class. There are basic steps here that if you follow them, you will get to where you need to go for this course. This is the roadmap for the course. I mean, honestly, like, if you're going to do an analysis, I've told you how I would like for you to do it. There are also some tables here. This viewer is terrible. So, I mean, if I were to download it, you would see what it actually looks like. There's some discussion on how to formulate or create your tables for different parts of the analysis. There's also some in-text recommendation for in-text writing, how you write your narrative. These are the elements that you need. Again, I cannot say this enough. This is the roadmap for the analysis. And I want to say that what you're maybe sensing is my frustration at students not picking this up in previous semesters. So I'm trying to, I will be trying to innovate ways to make sure that when you're doing your work, this is sort of the document that will help you the most, in my opinion. All right, we are going to be covering some things around weighting and missing data, imputation, and these things throughout the semester. Those are important elements that aren't necessarily covered in your basic courses. And so we'll be working on that. All right. Let's see. Week one. In week one, you've got a discussion board here to respond to, which is introduction, your introduction, and then your public health topic of interest. We'll start talking about that. And then the procedures manual, I'm going to go through that as well. I may do a separate video for the procedures manual. I just want to maybe do an overview here, and then I'll do another video for the procedures manual. All right, so let's look at the syllabus. I'm going to download it so I can see it most cleanly here. All right. All right, so here is the syllabus for the on-ground section. There's my name, Dr. Quinn, my office here, my email. This link here should take you to book a meeting with me as well, same as on the D2L page. Some competencies and objectives for the course. Here is our course outline. So the first thing you're going to be doing this week is the discussion board post on your topic. Next week, there were some things that I was going to do in the class this week, was spend some time talking about everybody's topic. If you submit to the discussion board, I'll do my best to respond as promptly as possible. But we will get into some of that next week. The class is 3 hours long. We're not going to spend 3 hours because this is an independent project-based course. I'm going to give you time to work. Rather than keep you in class, because we're not delivering a lot of new material. We're going to deliver some new material to help support your work, but otherwise, you're working on your projects. So the first thing that is due, aside from the discussion board, is the procedures manual for the identification of data sources. That's due at the end of the month. So we need to get started on that right away. You have a couple of weeks basically to work on that. And then the next thing is going to be the written scientific overview, which is the literature review, and then the plan for the database preparation and analysis. So you're going to tell us how you're going to set yourself up. Then you've got your data analysis work, and then your analysis itself is due at the end of March. You're going to do a written product for your data presentation. Then you'll do an oral presentation of your product, and then you're going to submit to us that final product, and those examples are on D2L. Let's see. So here's some description of these elements that you'll be working on. Here is the breakdown of weight for the course. So you can see everything is worth 10% up until we get to the final product. The final product is worth 40% of your grade. You've got each of those elements leading up to it are worth 10%. So an overall, 60% presentation or preparation for that final product, and then 40% for the final product itself. So this is what you'll be working on for the semester. And hopefully that is clear. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions, and we can field those through email or in class next week. So let's see, what would I want to cover? Take a look at these examples. We'll talk about them in class next week, I think, but do take a look at those. I guess the message is so we sent you an email prior to the semester beginning to let you know that you need to start thinking about your topic and how you're going to work through that, and get yourself ready for that. So hopefully you're ready to submit to the discussion board around that particular topic, so that we can start having our sort of discussions about it. I believe that is all I want to do right now. I guess, we all know that Dropbox is where we put all of our work. So this is, sort of where our Dropbox, how that's put together. The due dates are accurate here. They should be. And I believe that's it. So so get your topic into the discussion board. and then start working on your procedures manual. I'm going to do a separate video for the procedures manual, so make sure that you pay attention to that. I'm going to post it right here. All right. All right. Well, that's it. See you next week.